Hi, so I'm filming this video a bit after the fact, after the Intersession program has ended, and I sort of wanted to reflect on my experience and unpack everything that I got to take part in and sort of give some advice to future students who might be interested in doing the Intersession program. So I wanted to sort of outline 5 of my favorite parts of the program and relay that to you. So my first favorite part of the program was the class. I took the class Shakespeare in London, and it was an incredible class. We learned so much. Like I've talked about in past vlogs, we essentially would spend class. We had class 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, and it was great. There were about, I want to say, maybe 14 or 15 of us. It was a very small group, which was great because we all would engage in conversation and we all knew each other, which was also a huge bonus. But yeah, we would spend the class, every day before class, we would read the play, and then we would make comments on a Google Doc, and then we would all come in and discuss the play. We would read it. We would learn about what certain things mean. Of course, Shakespeare is written in Old English, so sometimes it was a bit difficult to understand, but then it was clarified. So that was great. So really, really enjoyed the class. It was a great learning environment. My professor was incredible. And after we would read the plays, we would go and watch them. And I seriously think that is the number one best part of the program by far, was getting to learn about the things by reading them and then seeing them in person. So I think I want to say we saw maybe 6 plays. I may be wrong. There might have been more, maybe less, but about 6 plays, which is incredible. I mean, the idea that we were able to see that many live performances in such a short period of time, it was definitely very busy, but it was definitely so worth it. So I really appreciated that. My second favorite part was the opportunity to travel. So not only are you traveling to London or whichever place that you end up choosing to study in, I also had the opportunity to travel to Paris and then Oxford in England and then Dublin. So Paris was sort of, both Paris and Dublin were travels that I chose to do outside of the program, but it was such a great opportunity because my friends and I decided that we had wanted to travel outside of London for the program. So before we even arrived in London, we went and spent a couple of days in Paris. And that was great because we were able to go from wherever we were in the US to Paris, and then we went together from Paris to London. And it was a really short train ride, and it was super easy to travel. So just having the opportunity to be able to do that in the beginning. And then when we had a free weekend, well, first we went to Oxford with the whole group and the whole program, and that was great. That was awesome. I really appreciated the opportunity to be able to do that with the group. And then we had a free weekend, so we decided to use that free weekend to travel to Dublin. And I appreciated having that free weekend to be able to make that decision. And then it was very easy to get from London to Dublin. We just took a very short flight. Honestly, very, very, not very costly, is what I'm trying to say. It was pretty cheap, which was great. So I really would not have had the opportunity to go to that many places, I think, if it were just outside of the program. But because we were in London and it was honestly so central, it was great to have the opportunity to sort of travel around to wherever we wanted when we had the opportunity to. So I'm really grateful to have had the experience to travel. My third favorite thing is the people that I met. So I, of course, know lots of people in the USD community, but it's always great to be able to see some new faces, meet some new people, and I definitely had the opportunity to do that over the Intersession program. I met a lot of people who were not in my year, so I'm a senior, maybe some of them were sophomores, some of them were juniors. There was even a freshman in my program, and it was great getting to know her. So there was like a wide age group that was there, and I really got the opportunity to meet tons of new people that I would not have met outside of the program. My fourth favorite part was the experience of living in a different country. So I already talked about traveling, and that was awesome, but even just the opportunity to be living in a different country for such a long period of time. Of course, it wasn't as long as others. Mine was only for 3 weeks, but having that experience, and in the past, I've wondered if studying abroad was right for me, if I thought I could handle living in another country, and having the opportunity to do that over Intersession really solidified to me that I can do it. It is not as difficult as I had been convincing myself. And even so, it's actually an even more enriching experience than I would have ever imagined. Just getting to experience the culture, the lifestyle, the day-to-day, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I was able to sort of realize that not only is that something I could do, that's something that I really want to continue doing in the future. My fifth favorite thing, sort of going off of what I had said before, was stepping outside of my comfort zone. Like I'd said, I was pretty nervous about living in another country for 3 weeks, but also sort of my whole college experience, I'd been contemplating, should I do a full semester? Should I do intersession? And because of complications with my job, a full semester wouldn't have even really worked. But what I've sort of found is that there's a way for most students to find a way to study abroad if that's what you want to do. There's so many options for you, but this was the best option for me. And yeah, I was very nervous about sort of if I would be able to adapt, all that kind of stuff. Maybe like homesickness was a bit of like a worry for me. But I'm so, so glad that I stepped outside of my comfort zone and did this. It's seriously an experience of a lifetime. It is something I'm never going to forget, that I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do. So I am really proud of myself for having taken that leap and stepped outside of my comfort zone, because if I hadn't, I would have missed out on this experience. So with that, that concludes my vlogs for my intersession experience. I'm so grateful to everyone that helped make this happen, including the International Center, my professors, everyone who helped with the program. I'm just very grateful to have had this experience. Thank you if you followed along and watched my vlogs. I definitely had a lot of fun making them. And yeah, I hope you consider studying abroad, because it was truly the experience of a lifetime and something that I will never forget. So thanks for watching.